Okay, warm glowing nightscape, 3 notches down in darkness. Hopefully, I don't think we've got a yellow around here to check. Bit of Baumia there. So, did I walk across this thing? Did I have my wellies last time? Oh well. I guess I'm taking one for the team, fellas. One for the team. Don't drop the camera, Richard. Oh, yes, okay. Very brisk, very chilling. Okay. Is that what happened? Did I come across something like here? Oh, come on, fellas. All I need is a couple of plants just to prove it. Jeez. Nice if we just had some just out here or somewhere. That'd be nice. Just the old plant. What's this? This is the gorge trek. All these plants that I saw before got ripped off or something. I just need 1 or 2 plants, fellas. That's all I want, and I can go home. It's not going to be... Are you going to make me come out here again? I'm going to have to go back to the old footage. I remember it was before I crossed the creek. You can go back to the last clips I did. I was talking about that. I said it was before I crossed the creek because I said because of that I thought they should be on the other side. It was like a little passageway or something. So I doubt it now. I've crossed the creek. Oh, come on, fellas, I just need a couple of plants on the edge of the track here, just so I can go home and have a nice warm cup of coffee. Is it down here? I don't know. Well, there's the creek there, so if I'd thought about remembering before I crossed the creek, maybe it's sort of this sort of situation. It was, did I say it was in July? You would have expected maybe the water dried up again or something. I suppose it should be date stamp 2004. I was using date stamp definitely in 2004, and I also had the good focus too. So, as I said, it took about over a year before suddenly, you know, every now and again you get fantastic focus and you think, well, how come it's suddenly working? Yeah. If you put the focus on a certain magnification, you've got infinity focus from 0 to infinity. Nothing in the instruction book about it. Could have been written in Japanese for all you know, but we got any thorn bush? Not really. Oh, come on, fellas! It would have been nice to just have a few plants on the side here. Well, is this? Oh no, it's definitely the right cutting. Surely we've come down the right steepness. I was talking about the steepness and how much agony it was to go back. So, you know, come on, fellas. All I need is the occasional plant in some hypnomorphia. That's all I need. And they've been sprayed or ripped out or something. You know. Oh, come on. Maybe we should have come when they were flowering. They would have stuck out like sore thumbs. And probably lost all their colour, gone green or something. Oh, hang on. Is that another track? Ooh, interesting. Another track. Oh, someone's left a jumper or something. Someone's put a rock on it, so I assume that they left it here yesterday. Or no, it's not a rock, a star or something. Oh well, with an open pocket too. Interesting. Oh well, someone taking their money or something. I don't know. Left the jacket, taking the. Oh well, there you go, fellow. Whoever's lost their jacket, there it is. But I think someone's taking your money. Oh, fellas, I can't see anything. Total waste of time, I think, yeah. Unless I've missed something. Probably have. Gas bagging too much. Ripping into the old Stuart McPherson. Oh, it's just so pleasurable, isn't it, you know? It's just, the more I think about it, you know, it just sort of brings a smile to your face. If it's going to turn out, if it's going to pan out to be true, then this is all a big con story. What's going to be Sir David Attenborough's eulogy or something? Do you think he's going to write his eulogy beforehand? Oh, it's going to be something like, the closest in my mind to my 90th year was the realisation that the largest Nepenthes in the world was still Nepenthes writer. Because Nepenthes Attenborough was a bit of a con. Do you think it's all about this mountain with no name because he actually wants a mountain named after him or something like that? Is that it's all a big con plan? It's all part of a bigger picture sort of thing? Do you reckon? Is that what it's all about? The mountain with no name? Because he wants a mountain named after him. It's all about it. Really, the man supposed with no ego has got an ego the size of a bigger than Jupiter. Is that what it is? You know, so. Yeah, so it's like it was when our pernicious man of the West met Stuart McPherson. It was like a marriage made in heaven. Sort of money and ego intertwined sort of thing. It's like, almost like a pulsar thing. It's this slow ebbing pulse and beat of intertwined egos, you know. Each one purring off the other sort of thing. I don't know, I'm just making it up, fellas, but it's nice to think about these things, but it's just going to be a fabulous story if it turns out to be true. It's going to be one of the classic stories of this century, I reckon. They're going to be talking about this in 100, 200 years time. It's going to be one of these standard stories that comes up on these documentaries that you see, you know, like Seconds from Disaster, some sort of documentary series in that sort of similar vein where they sort of talk about the history. They'll go in the history of the Nepenthes and they'll talk about Raja for 100 years was the biggest in the world. Then so called this up and coming little spunk from, where is he from? I don't know. I mean, what's the backstory about his father? I mean, no one seems to mention the backstory about his father. Yeah. Is he some Duke of Outer Mongolia or something? Or he's apparently he's shuffled off his mortal coil fairly recently. But the way they were talking about him, it's like there's some sort of backstory there too. So it'd be nice to know what the backstory is. And I was watching that Glee series, and I was looking at the ears on this person in the Glee series, and I was thinking they look very familiar to Stuart McPherson's ears, and I'm thinking that's too much of a coincidence, surely. So I'm thinking maybe I'm 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but I reckon there's some sort of deep backstory going on there, and I reckon there's a whole book in this thing. I reckon there's a whole bloody book going to be written by someone else, of course, when the dirt really finally comes out. Oh yes. Because I reckon there's for someone to actually dump those photographs that quickly, I reckon someone's been really seriously pissed off in the by the old McPherson. I reckon someone's been really, because someone broke into. I don't remember if you remember. I actually mentioned that someone broke into my Facebook feed. Just suddenly broke into it and started talking about the Flytrap book, and he said something like, you know, straight in here, you know that this book is written by someone over in Germany? And I'm thinking, well, how come it's got Tim Bailey's name on it then, you know, sort of thing. And I get the impression there was some sort of deal done, so you know it's based on the Tim Bailey book, but someone has done some sort of deal for the photographs or something or other, and it may actually be a bit of a Sting rip-off job as well. So you know, As I said, I'm going to stay as far away and as clear of the Redfern Natural History publication house as I can, because I know, you hear one mad story and then you hear a few, and as I said, I got one of the books, just the paperback sort of thing, and I wasn't too overly, it's a nice picture book sort of thing, I wasn't overly impressed because there was no really new information in it. It was just, if you want to grow these plants, stick them in bright sunlight and give them a bit of humidity. And I thought, wow, Jesus, is that all we've got after nearly 50 years or something? Or maybe if you go back to the whole history since Darwin and all that, and his grandfather, is that all we got, fellas? Stick them in bright sunlight and make sure they don't dry out and give them plenty of humidity, sort of thing. I mean, is that it? Really, fellas? Surely you can. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, is this really just a picture book to make money, sort of thing? It's just another fancy version of a picture book. The new technology with the cameras, and there's still no real deep, basic ecological understanding that actually benefits mankind society. Sort of. From this, you can grow them better in your greenhouse, but also from this, we can get medical advances. We can get plant advances in other parts of horticulture. And this is a physics side shoot. And we got the chemical aspect from this thing. No, nothing. These plants grow the way they do because of this chemical pathway or something. And that leads us to this new compound. Teflon Plus or something. I don't know. The shinier, healthier Teflon. You thought Teflon was slippery in the past. You wait till you try Teflon Plus. You cannot even hold on to your saucepans. I don't know. I'm waxing lyrical, having a bit of a fun time at the old Stuart McPherson's expense, I think. But he's got to come up with the goods. That's all I can say. I'll shut up when he comes up with the goods. But I think this latest trip for the giant nepenthes is come up wanting, I think. And people there's me, as I said, I went quickly around on the 13th of January, and as I was navigating around on Facebook, I popped into a number of memes that were already, people had already made these memes, so they'd obviously made these memes weeks or months before. I think one of them was dated like the middle of 2015 or something. I mean, it was August or something, if I remember. So, a meme had been sitting up there for at least 6 months. At least one of them I saw. I don't know if there's memes have been going on for longer, but I forget when Nepenthes Attenborough came out, but this is 12 minutes. This is way, way too long, but have I had fun having it? But, fellas, I just want it to be so true now that the Nepenthes Attenborough is not the largest one in the world, and I just want a liar to be found out. If he really is a liar, and he's lied at Sir David Attenborough's expense to a bloody 90-year-old, getting towards the end of his life, I just want someone like that to be found out. Because I've had so many bad experiences with my Carnivorous Plant Society, getting up to all sorts of shenanigans in the past, giving you sort of, these sort of, side stories, these cover stories that never quite pan out to be how they say they're going to be, for years and years and years, and then you had all these weird and strange things happening towards the end, which sort of we were just inkling of what was really going on over the years. These boxes of seeds, exotic kind of plant seeds, just come out here, and they were too old to do anything about. They'd been sitting in some fridge for ages or something like that. No one had spread them around. I don't know really what they were all about, but it didn't look good anyway. So people are up to no good, and they're up to no good behind your back, basically. Yeah, and some of the shenanigans they got up to. And I remember I said to one person, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And because I realised this person got this letter and he's got his name on it, and I said, "You sure you want to do this?" And he said, I gave him a chance, because I realised, I looked at the letter and I saw it's got his signature on it, it was actually hand signatured, and I thought, "You really want to do this?" And I said, "No, I'm not quite." And he said, "Yes." I gave him a chance, and yes, I'll be making use of that letter in the future. But I gave him a chance. I said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Yeah, I gave him the full benefit of my 187 IQ, and I said, "You sure you want to do this?" Because I could see, 20 years into the future, sort of thing, how I could use the ladder, and if I was still here, sort of thing, And I thought, oh yeah, okay, I can see where the end of the journey is going, and this ladder is going to become quite important, and it's going to have your name on it, and it's going to be pushed into the future, because I think you deserve it, basically. All the hassles I've had to put up to with, and all the shenanigans, and half of the shenanigans, I believe, haven't even been aired. I'm sure there's a ton more from all the other states, because as I said, we got to one point where one bloke was telling one state one thing and telling us here in this state another thing, and we suddenly really realised we had a psychopath in our society, and basically that's when I think basically that's why the society was basically wound down and terminated, because the person had been found out. And and also Google was coming online there, and when you started putting your mouse over things on Google Maps, a few strange things were popping up over people's houses. I think they were running businesses when they were supposed to be running incorporated societies, and I don't know if they'd legally switched from one to the other, or they'd just been telling us, because they were always very au fait about public liability. When all this public liability, they were all worried, and I'm thinking, but we're an incorporated society. You don't have to worry about that. But then again, were we? Or was it just some person running it as a business, as a tax write-off? As I said, the strange things were happening on Google Maps. You put the thing, and strange things were popping up in little boxes. And I thought that's why the society was wound down. There was too much of the modern world encroaching on what was really going on. Time to wind things up, fellas. We've had it good for so long, but unless we wind it up now, we won't have it good for any much longer. But anyway, enough of this. As I said, it's basically 45 degrees all the way up, so I'll end this clip here at 17 and a half minutes. Longest one I think I've ever done. Okay, over now.